Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are straight up talking shit about each other on the TL. This has to be one of the messiest beefs I've seen in a while.
Things between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are straight up exploding again. The drama didn't just fade out over the week, it's been heating up non-stop online, and this latest round of chaos is wild. Their feud has been simmering for years, but lately, it's like every tweet and post adds more fire to the situation. Let's not forget how far this beef has gone before. Back in 2018, things got physical at the Harper's Bazaar Icons party during New York Fashion Week. Cardi literally walked out with a bump on her forehead after that explosive confrontation. Everyone thought that was the peak of their feud. But nope. Now it's starting to look like history might repeat itself the next time these two end up at the same event again. The back and forth between them this week has been non-stop. Every few hours, there's another post, another jab, another sub. Nicki's throwing shade, Cardi's clapping back, and fans are going crazy trying to keep up. It's not just about music anymore. Things have gotten personal. They're bringing up families, careers, and even throwing side comments that sound way too pointed to be just jokes. At this point, it feels like we're all just waiting for the next major explosion between them because neither of them seems ready to back down. This whole thing is giving serious deja vu, and people online are saying, "Here we go again." It's wild, it's messy, and it's only getting louder. The shade has been real. If you missed the last update, let me catch you up. Everything blew up right after Cardi B dropped her brand new album, Am I the Drama? And guess what? Nicki Minaj couldn't resist throwing a little digital jab. She posted $4.99 online, clearly mocking the album's sale price on iTunes, and the internet instantly lost it. Cardi didn't stay quiet for long. She clapped back hard! She defended her numbers and fired shots at Nicki, saying Nicki should be comparing herself to Drake, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and Rihanna, not to newer artists like her. That line alone had social media shaking. But after that, things went from shady to straight up nasty. The drama got personal, like really personal. Both rappers crossed lines by bringing each other's kids into the mess. Nicki made a jab referencing Cardi's daughter, Culture, and Cardi hit right back, mentioning Nicki's son, Papa Bear. The whole thing has been unfolding on X, formerly Twitter, and honestly, every day feels like a new round in a heavyweight match. Tweets are being posted, deleted, reposted, and it's chaos. At one point this week, Cardi even called out Nicki for being online during her own son's birthday. She literally said, "Girl, it's your son's birthday. Why are you on Twitter writing essays about me? For the love of God, go to Chuck E. Cheese." That comment had the internet in tears. And Cardi didn't stop there. She fired off responses to a bunch of things Nicki had been saying all day long. The tension is unreal, and fans are just watching this unfold like it's a reality show gone off the rails. Hold up, when did I ever have a seizure? You're the one who went on stage at that awards show saying you didn't want to call 911 after you were shaken up from that overdose scare, so don't act like you don't know what's up. She's even posting pics that point back to that Harper's Bazaar party fight. This thing keeps coming full circle. For real, why you so pressed about an album? You can't front like you ain't feeling some type of way when I barely give you any attention. You haven't even cut your kid's cake and you're on X writing long posts at 6 o'clock in LA. Take care of your biz before you blast me online. Feel me. Leave me the heck alone today. I'm over it. You wish you could talk trash about my daughter, but culture is beautiful and nobody's running her down here. Keep the kids out the mess. Dragging family into this is crossing a hard line. Where the grown-up energy at? Things went nuclear at this point. Cardi wasn't just firing back at Nicki. She dragged Papa Bear into the mix, which sent social media into a frenzy. She said she felt sorry for Nicki's son, making claims about him not getting attention on his birthday because his mom was too busy being online, obsessed and dark-spirited. That statement alone had people stunned because dragging a child into a feud is crossing a serious line. Cardi didn't stop there. She challenged Nicki directly, saying drop the Addy right now and told her not to tag the feds or police like she allegedly did months ago. Fans instantly began debating whether Cardi was threatening to take things off the internet or just talking tough, but either way, it pushed this beef to a whole other level. She also took aim at Nicki's personal life, claiming she's miserable and full of unresolved pain. Cardi accused her of projecting her trauma onto everyone else while constantly bringing up Roc Nation. And here's where it gets even spicier. Cardi reminded everyone that she's not even signed to Roc Nation yet, which was a pointed clapback at Nicki's repeated digs. What really seemed to set Nicki off, though, was the fact that Cardi's new album features a Jay-Z sample. Cardi even talked in an interview about how grateful she was that Jay-Z personally gave her permission to use it. Fans are speculating that this might have triggered Nicki because of Jay-Z's close ties to Roc Nation and Beyoncé. Either way, it's clear this feud has gone way beyond music. This is personal, and it's ugly. Now here's where things get even messier. Nicki Minaj has been going at it not just with Cardi, but also taking aim at Roc Nation and Jay-Z himself. She's been posting pics, dropping names, and calling out the label non-stop. People think she's feeling some type of way because Cardi got Jay-Z's personal blessing to sample one of his songs on her new album. That move gave Cardi a little industry shine, and it definitely seems like it triggered Nicki. Cardi wasn't having it though. She fired right back saying, "Why you keep bringing up Roc Nation when I don't even got no affiliation?" Then she took things way past music, accusing Nicki of wishing bad energy on her when she was pregnant. She said, "You was wishing so much negativity on me while I was carrying my baby, and look at your karma." That line had people gasping online. Cardi even said Nicki's been so bitter that it's showing in her home life, claiming her rotten attitude produced more drama than blessings. Then she went off, calling Nicki out for lying about calling the cops, saying, "Nobody called the cops on you. Your man was out here talking wild online while on probation. Dummy." The tension at this point was off the charts. Cardi wasn't holding anything back. She kept demanding, "Drop the Addy," like she really wanted Nicki to pull up and settle it face to face. The internet went wild watching this unfold in real time, with people saying this might be the biggest female rap feud we've seen in years. I hate that the kids keep getting dragged into this mess. It's gotta stop right now. The stuff Cardi said about Nicki's son crossed a hard line, and nobody should be throwing children into grown-up drama like that. Cardi also clapped back about the $4.99 jab, asking why Nicki was even bringing up album prices when she'd sold projects for similar fees before. Real talk, it's petty and obvious. Cardi kept calling out the Roc Nation flex too, saying she ain't even signed and asking why Nicki won't leave that name alone. Then it turned into full-on challenge mode. Drop the Addy. Everyone was hyped like they wanted a face-to-face showdown, and people were straight up waiting to see if somebody would pull up and settle it. Meanwhile, Nicki went online and started targeting Cardi's kid with crude jokes, which just made the whole thing uglier and more out of control. Nicki's posts got weird, stuff about a baby's hair and dumb name-calling, and she even joked about fillers and bots like it was some behind-the-scenes receipt. But honestly, attacking kids or bringing family into this, that's weak energy, and it takes the whole feud to a new low. Bottom line, it's wild, chaotic, and live on X every day. Tweets up, tweets down, people blocking and deleting. But the smartest move, keep the kids out the beef and let the music speak for itself. Cardi went off again, but this time her tone was way more intense. She started by saying, "Here you go, starting again, nice and early." And then she called Nicki sick, pathetic, demonic, insane. Cardi claimed she'd been warning people since 2018 that Nicki was dragging her child into things even when she was pregnant, and now everyone was finally seeing it for themselves. Cardi said it's one thing to be jealous of her, but to be jealous of her kids is next level. She accused Nicki of hating on her children because they're beautiful and smart, and even went as far as to say that God had punished Nicki by giving her a child she couldn't brag about. Cardi also called Nicki out for previously threatening to kick her child's gums back, which had people online gasping at how far this war of words had gone. She then amped it up even more, questioning Nicki's location. "Didn't you say you was in New York? Where you at? Because today gonna be the day I go to jail." It read like she was daring Nicki to actually show up. instead of tweeting. At this point, Cardi's posts felt like an open letter more than just clapbacks. Cardi even got personal about Nicki's childhood, saying Nicki herself once admitted the little girl inside of her hadn't forgiven her mother yet because her mom stayed silent during certain traumatic situations. Cardi told her flat out, "You need therapy. This isn't gonna help you." She closed it out by accusing Nicki's husband of letting her spiral online so he could max out her credit card while she's distracted. This was a whole new level of raw. Personal trauma, family digs, and financial jabs all being thrown out in public for millions to read in real time. Cardi kept going, saying she knows exactly what goes on behind Nicki's walls. She said every time Nicki kicks someone out of her house, those same people end up spilling tea in the streets. And apparently they've been talking a lot. But then Cardi switched gears, saying she was gonna keep it real and tell Nicki the truth nobody else would. You need help. You need to heal that trauma. She accused Nicki of lashing out at people who seem happy because she can't handle seeing joy in others while she's still battling her own pain. Cardi claimed Nicki's surrounded by fake fans who hype her up while she's losing control, saying, "Your fans gassing you while you literally losing your mind." Then she went for the jugular, saying Nicki's got no real friends or family, just a man who lets her crash out so he can spend her money and flex in the hood with chains he didn't earn. Cardi made it clear she wasn't about to risk her career or endorsements arguing with what she called a possessed addict. And she ended it with, "I'll see you when I see you." Like, that was personal. Nicki fired back instantly, warning Cardi to stop playing with my kids, and threw in a messy jab about Cardi's family. She even reposted something mocking Cardi's daughter, which sent the internet spiraling again. People couldn't believe the kids were being brought into it again. Then Cardi dropped another bomb. She accused Nicki of struggling with serious mental health issues, saying she'd been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder for nearly 9 years, and hinted that she was heavy on substances. Cardi claimed the only person with control over Nicki is her husband, Kenneth Petty, and that things get messy when she's sedated. That's when Nicki tried to turn it around with a post starting with "Dear Black Women," and the internet went wild, wondering if she was about to try to flip the narrative completely. Nicki came back swinging, posting what felt like a public service announcement moment. She said, "I will never get online and talk about another black baby again," and promised she'd never call black women names like roaches or monkeys ever again. Then she added, someone had to do it, like she was trying to take some kind of moral high ground after all the chaos. She went on to say it was funny how other female rappers stayed silent while Cardi supposedly mocked her son for years. But Cardi wasn't letting that slide. Not at all. She fired back immediately, saying, "Wait, I mocked your son?" and started explaining the full story. Cardi said she'd only posted about her own kids, bragging that they were spelling their names at age 3 because she was proud. According to her, it was Nicki's fans who twisted the post and started attacking her child Wave, which even forced her sister to step in and defend the family. Cardi said the attack started because Nicki and her fans are insecure about their own child, claiming that's why they can't stand to see her celebrate her own kids. She demanded proof, saying, "Bring receipts." You're not flipping the story like you did in 2018. And people online went crazy seeing her call it out so directly. Even when fans told Cardi to chill, she said she wasn't done yet. She was tired of Nicki deleting tweets to make it look like she was the victim. Cardi said, "Show me where I mocked your son. Y'all not flipping narratives here." Then she pointed out that bragging about her own kids' intelligence isn't the same as mocking someone else's, and added, "So was she mocking my son when she showed off hers banging spoons? I didn't take it that way." Nicki tried to move the conversation back to her career, replying, "Sweetheart, the general public just sold out my tour." But by that point, the internet wasn't talking about ticket sales. They were too deep into this messy, emotional back and forth between two of hip-hop's biggest stars. Nicki went on another posting spree, this time talking like she was addressing her entire fan base, the Barbs. She said the general public people think they see online are just bots and paid for opinions, claiming there's a whole system working against her. Then she added, "We are the Barbs, babe." They see it clearly. They've just been paid to act like they don't. She even hinted that some folks could lose money or even their freedom for speaking out against her, which had people scratching their heads wondering what she really meant by that. She kept going, saying she's got 5 albums charting at once and accused the industry of using Barney B to rage bait just to get one of Cardi's songs moving off her flop album. She ended the rant with, "They see it, babe. They're afraid. Hope that helps. Love you." Like she was signing off a love letter to her fans after dropping a conspiracy-level thread. That's when Cardi jumped back in, no hesitation. She fired back saying, "Always doing those fake Dear Black Women posts. Girl, shut up!" and accused Nicki of beefing with almost every black woman in the industry. She even name-dropped others, saying, "Girl, who beefs with SEIA?" and added that Nicki's been throwing subtle shade at Beyonce, one of the most unproblematic celebs out there, while always hyping up white artists who don't even acknowledge her. Cardi ended her response with pure defiance. "I say what I want, when I want. Ain't nobody scared of you." The energy was intense. Neither one was backing down. But then, in the most unexpected twist, things took a slightly softer turn. Both women ended up apologizing. Well, sort of. Nicki posted, "Dear Culture, truth is, I did all of this for a bigger purpose. One day, you'll understand." She added, "You're a cute child, and lots of kids have funny little gums before they grow into all their features." It wasn't exactly a full apology, but fans could tell it was her way of easing the tension just a bit after things went way too far. Still, the damage was done, and the internet was left buzzing, wondering if this truce would actually last, or if round 2 was just around the corner. Nicki closed things out with what sounded like a dramatic final statement. She wrote, "One day you'll see this, so I have to say, I apologize. As a child of God and a queen in my community, people look to me for integrity. You're an innocent child and don't deserve any of this." She went on to say that one day, "Your mother, aunt, and others will be brought to their knees for what they've done and tried to do." Then she addressed her own son, calling him her young prophet, beautiful boy, and told him to take care, my darling. It was emotional, but things didn't calm down for long because Cardi responded with her own post directed at Nicki's son. She wrote, "Dear Papa Perk, I'm sorry your mommy still hasn't cut your birthday cake after 3 days because she can't stand seeing my success or happiness." She added, "One day you'll grow up, and I hope you understand that when a girl says no, it means no, and you can rise above the blood you inherited from your grandfather, father, and uncle." Then she finished it with another blow. "Please don't hate me when you grow up. Your mommy gives me more attention than she gives you." Hopefully, someone who actually cares about her gets her into rehab so she can get help and come out ready to read you a book. At that point, fans were completely stunned. This wasn't just a feud anymore. It had turned into an all-out emotional meltdown, with both sides crossing major lines. The internet was filled with disbelief, memes, and outrage all at once. It's like everyone was watching a car crash in slow motion. Impossible to look away, but painful to witness. Since then, Nicki's been trying to move on, posting about Taylor Swift's album, celebrating her own accolades, and sharing her favorite tracks off the life of a showgirl. She even joked that it's been a heck of a week, which might be the understatement of the year. But one thing's for sure, you can't scroll anywhere without seeing people talking about this feud. So what do you think? Who went too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications because we drop the wildest celebrity gossip videos every single day. Like, share, comment, and I'll see you in the next one, right here at NoFilter.